When we grow up having to be on alert, reading moods, keeping the peace, trying to be perfect, those survival strategies can follow us into adulthood. They can show up as anxiety, people-pleasing, perfectionism, overthinking, fear of abandonment, difficulty trusting yourself, or feeling like you have to earn love. This letter is a way to start changing that pattern from the inside out. Practicing this kind of letter work can help you build self-trust by learning to show up for your emotions instead of abandoning yourself. It can reduce shame by naming what happened with compassion and clarity, and by reminding you that you weren't too much, you were unprotected. It can support nervous system regulation by offering your body a new experience of safety in the present. It can strengthen boundaries because when you learn to protect and honor yourself internally, it becomes easier to do it externally. And it can help integrate old pain so it doesn't keep running the show in your current relationships and choices. As you listen, you might notice emotions, memories, or body sensations. If anything feels intense, you can pause, take a breath, and come back when you're ready. You can also listen more than once. This kind of work often lands differently over time. Okay, here is the letter. To the brave little soul who learned to survive alone. I'm reaching back through time to find you. The version of us who learned to make yourself small, who learned to hold your breath so you wouldn't take up too much space. I want to pull you into a hug so tight that all those broken pieces inside you start to feel held again. And I need you to hear this clearly. It wasn't your fault. You didn't cause what happened. You didn't deserve it. You were a child. You weren't difficult. You were unprotected. I am so sorry that the people who were supposed to be your safe place were the very ones you had to protect yourself from. I'm sorry you had to become an expert at reading the air in the room just to know if you were safe. Tone, footsteps, silence, the way a door closed. When you reached out for comfort and met a wall of coldness or anger, it wasn't because you weren't worth loving. It was because they didn't know how to hold something as precious as you. Your heart was a garden, and they forgot to water it. And it makes sense if you're angry. It makes sense if you're heartbroken. You're allowed to grieve what you didn't get. You're allowed to mourn the child who should have been protected, seen, and chosen without having to perform for it. Why you feel the way you do. I want you to know that I understand why we struggle now. I'm not frustrated with you. I'm in awe of how you tried to save us. the perfectionism. That wasn't you being fussy. That was you trying to build a fortress of goodness, so no one could ever find a reason to leave you or hurt you again. The fear of abandonment. It makes sense that you're scared. You learned early on that love felt conditional and fleeting. That anxiety in your chest, that's your younger self whispering, "Please don't forget me." The trust and the need for reassurance. How could you trust yourself when your environment taught you that your needs didn't matter? You aren't broken for seeking validation. You were searching for a mirror you never had. For someone to say, "You make sense. You matter." Before we go any further, I want to bring you into this moment right now. Unclench your jaw. Let your tongue rest. Drop your shoulders a fraction. Feel your feet on the ground. Take one breath that isn't for anyone else. You don't have to brace right now. My vow to you. I am the adult now, and I promise you this. I am never going to leave you. I won't roll my eyes when you're sad. I won't tell you to get over it when you're anxious. I am going to sit with you in the dark until you're ready to see the light again. And I won't only promise it, I'll practice it. When you spiral, I'll slow us down and bring us back to what's true. When you freeze, I'll bring warmth and structure, one small step at a time. When you want to run, I'll help us pause and choose instead of react. I will also protect you in the ways no one did. I will not keep sending you back to people who repeatedly prove they cannot hold you. We will learn to say no without apology. We will learn that boundaries are not cruelty, they are care. You don't have to be perfect for me to stay. You can be messy. You can be loud. You can be too much. And I will still be right here, holding your hand. And listen, some days will still hurt. That doesn't mean we're failing. It means we're healing. We are learning a new language of safety, and that takes time. Here is what I need you to know about now. We are here. We made it. The danger is not the room we're in anymore. The life we have today is not the life you were trapped inside back then. You are the most valuable thing I will ever carry. Not because of what you do, but simply because you exist. Rest your head now. You've been on guard for so long, but I've got the watch tonight. And I'll come back for you again and again. You won't have to call for me twice. with a love that is unconditional and forever, me. And before you move on with your day, I want to help you come back into the present, especially if you're feeling emotional right now. If you notice tears, tightness in your chest, a lump in your throat, or a wave of sadness, that doesn't mean anything is wrong. It means something inside you was touched. Let's take a minute to settle your body. Start by orienting to the room you're in. Look around slowly and name 5 things you can see. Then notice 4 things you can feel. Your feet on the floor, your back against the chair, your clothes on your skin, the air on your face. Let your eyes land on something neutral or comforting and stay with it for a few breaths. Now take one slow inhale through your nose and a longer exhale out through your mouth. Do that again. Let the longer exhale be your signal to your body that right now, in this moment, you are safe enough. If it feels supportive, place a hand on your chest or on your belly, not to force anything to change, just to offer calm, kind contact. You can even say quietly to yourself, "I'm here," or "That was then, and this is now," or "I can feel this and still be okay." If your emotions still feel big, give them a gentle container. Imagine setting everything you're feeling into a bowl or a box beside you, close enough that you're not pushing it away, but not so close that it floods you. You can come back to it later when you have more support, more time, or more space. And if you feel a little raw afterward, keep the next hour simple. Drink water, eat something, step outside for fresh air, take a short walk, wrap up in a blanket, put on music that feels grounding. Most importantly, if this stirred up more than you expected, you don't have to hold it alone. Reach out to someone you trust, or bring it into therapy. This kind of work can open doors, and you deserve support walking through them. When you're ready, take one more breath. Feel your feet. Look around the room again, and remind yourself, you made it through that chapter, and you're here now.